Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Akasha Goes with Sabrina Dawn. And I know that some of you don't watch it in the morning, but for some reason, good morning just wanted to naturally come out. So I just also want to say thank you for any viewers that came to the Archangel messages and meditation last night. It was such a beautiful session, and it was just a really honor to work with you all. Okay. All right. So, and if anybody's wondering what that is, you can go to sabrinadawn.net and look on my events page and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So, we're going to start off today with the Angel Tarot by Bradley Valentine. Okay. Oh, the High Priestess. Didn't we get that yesterday? I think we did. The High Priestess, number 2, Archangel Haniel. Archangel Haniel is a great archangel for working with the moon. Okay, and we have the new moon energy tomorrow. Oh, so maybe this has something to do with it. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. I'm going to say this again. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Yes, it was yesterday because we have the snake for the transformation. I'm pretty sure that was yesterday. And then she has that book, which is representative of wisdom. And then it's kind of interesting because in the background for the first time, and I believe we had the 2 of Wands yesterday, right? Look at, there's 2 wands or 2 towers in the background that remind me of the wand energy. Let me see if there's a wand. I'm looking through the deck to show you what I mean. This just remind me of the wands. Okay, I'm not going to spend my time doing that, but you know, this just reminds me of the wand energy that how this deck usually, here's one here, that usually, you see how it has like that glowing part? That's like the wand. No, that's the king, but I just never mind. Sorry, guys. So we have here like the 2 wands, and yesterday we had the 2 of wands. So even though this feels very similar to yesterday, I actually feel like a very different energy around it. So maybe you have decided to move forward and have stepped into that power and you're ready to actually go forward or something like that. But it actually, so that might be the case, is that new energy has come in and you're going to move forward. But what I'm actually picking up is a whole new energy. This is going to be different than it's not going to be part of the last 3. Okay, so now this is Sea Melodies by Jessica, and it just says L.E. Lee. I'm not, usually Lee is 3, but okay, let's see. All right, and it's kind of perfect because this is, you know, the High Priestess is like, is Cancer and moon energy, and we're working with the water, which is a water sign, which is all water. And we got these Sea Melodies. Now I understand they asked me to use the Sea Melodies to clarify the High Priestess. So the 2, 2, 2. So, okay, this is what it is. So you're having, okay, so you're having this knowledge of having 2 different paths and which way to go is what I'm hearing. And one of them could simply be, I can step forward and start taking those steps that we've been talking about moving forward, or could be like you actually have 2 totally different steps to go in. And what they're saying is just consider carefully what you want before acting. Think overall, what direction is it that you want to go? What is your end goal? Which one would help best get you to that end goal? Now, I'm not saying be strategic and you know, don't follow your heart and stuff like that, but think about what it is that you want, and you can feel the energy of it. What is your end goal? And then think of the different steps you have in front of you to take, and then you can align it up to what it is that the goal you want, and feel which one your heart opens up to, or see which one the path lights up in your mind. Ask the angels to make that clear to you in some way. Okay, so this is what I'm here. Okay. It could piggyback off of yesterday, but right now I feel like there's a decision to be made, and there's like different paths to go, and you're standing in front of this decision, and you know, they're just saying, just think about what it is that you actually want to create in your life and then move it towards that way. But you can do that with your heart open and feeling like the path that opens up your heart. So you could close your eyes and hold that situation or that path in front of you. You can have the two different paths and picture yourself walking down this path. How does your heart feel? Does it open up? Does it contract? Right? And then you can come back to the other choice and see what happens. And if your heart opens up to both, see which one, opens up more, or you can just know that either way you're being supported on your choice and you're going to get to your end goal either way, and that's okay. Sometimes, you could have two choices in front of you and neither one of them are wrong. Perseverance, stay the course. Oh, travel. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. Self-care doesn't always require water. That's good for me to know. I'm missing the water. The ocean, be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Okay. Perseverance, stay the course. Listen to your intuition. And, this is saying have patience, perseverance. So don't act quick. Don't expect people to act quick for you. Be patient. If you're having some kind of fiery energy going in it, you could be coming against roadblocks to calm you down, which is like a divine protection to help you stay more in alignment with what is your true source, so you don't get going too fast in a certain direction. And it's like a snowball effect where you're just keep going fast. And then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, wait a minute, but my destination was over there. It just felt really good, or it was really going really fast over here. So just listen to your intuition, open up the heart part, right? Have patience, listen, consider carefully what you want before acting. This is like the biggest thing. And the high priestess sits back and knows that she has the ability to be all seeing, right? To be all knowing, and not knowing from an egotistical point of view, but from a place of wisdom in that book, and allowing transformation to take place. That's the patience. So the patience, there's a wisdom that's coming in around perseverance and patience, and allowing yourself to persevere, to go slower, to allow yourself to take the steps to grow, and to do that work. Okay, this is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. Now, this could be, so this is feeling like it could go very perfectly with the last three, but there's a very different energy here today. It's more of like, like being very grounded and practical, but not practical to the point where you lose the magic of the high priestess, but just practical in your steps. If you aren't grounded in what you're trying to accomplish and manifest and work on, then, you lose the natural grace of the high priestess and moving with the flow of life and of your work. Okay. But if you're ungrounded, you can move too fast and be too flighty, and then it can never actually manifest very well in the world and have staying power, because you're focusing too much on the magic. So there's a beautiful yin and yang energy trying to come through and saying, patience and perseverance. Patience and perseverance. There's magic, but there's also earth energy. And you can work with earth energy to help bring in that ethereal energy. And blending the two will help it manifest, and it will open up your heart deeply. And how can they do that? Angels, how can they do that? Oh, they're saying stop. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations. See, that's, yes. Oh, Kitty really agreed with this. Okay, divine plan. That is what gets missed when we either stay too grounded and too practical, or we go too magical and don't bring in the perseverance and the patience. Okay, we miss the divine plan because we allow our egos in some way to take over, and we have to try to control it in some way. So if you see how her arms are open, she's saying open to the divine plan. Know that you have many things going on, and it's being beautifully orchestrated for you, because this is part of your purpose. There's a tower in the background, and the stairway, and it's like you're going to reach your destination, but you have to persevere. You have to start here. You have to start gathering all of this and laying down the solid foundation so that you can, walk through this portal of the divine plan and reach your goal. And one of the things that you can do is, with the new moon, you can ask for clarity around something, or for perseverance and patience. I'm feeling like the collective that watches my readings, I feel like you have a purpose that goes beyond your work. And we often think of like what we do to make money, or, what we do for our daily job as work. Like that's our purpose. And what they're saying actually is that no matter what job you're in, no matter where you are, no matter where you're going, your divine plan, your purpose is to see the light. In other words, transform within you and be the light wherever you are. Because if everybody was just a light worker and did light worker jobs, then that would kind of segregate, a big part of the earth where the light, the light workers are not in. So if you're a light worker, it does not mean that you're necessarily meant to do a full-time light worker job. It could be that you're meant to do your job and be the light worker within that field. So, High Priestess is seeing things differently, right? Seeing things. And so you can transform the way that you're seeing what it is that you're doing in your daily life, and allowing the light. Oh, I just had a card literally jump off of a deck, so I'm going to be getting that. Allowing yourself to see the light in situations where you may not have previously seen it. I'm going to get that card. Oh, weird. It's the one from last night. So open your heart. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you will be met with the true passion you seek. So it could be, could be about romantic relationships, but right now your passion could be, something that you're doing. So it could be like, writing a book, or, doing some type of craft, or doing light worker work and stuff like that. And they're not saying that you don't have to do that, but what they're saying is that, you don't have to make big changes to make change. You can seed the light wherever you are. Seed, S-E-E-D. So, you can do that anywhere and everywhere you are. When you are walking through the store, if you have your heart open and allow yourself to be in that light, to walk with the angels around you, and to recognize the angelic light within yourself, you are seeding the light wherever you go. You can call on Archangel Michael to help you deal with any empathic abilities. If you're picking up too much, you can bring your aura in, because your aura is like a muscle. Okay, so you can bring it in and out and in and out. So if you're going into a store and you want to see the light, you can still shine your light, but bring your aura in, because it's not actually your light you're shining. Okay, so you can allow that to be yourself, to be a portal of that light without putting your personal aura out there. Okay, and I think that I know I've made that mistake before, and I think some people do too. Is like, oh, if I send my energy, or maybe they're not aware of energy, but they send their aura way out because they're being the light, right? They're like having this experience, but you don't have to. You can bring your aura in and keep it close to you, and then you can allow the divine light to shine through you and past your personal 7-layer aura. Now you have many layers, but I'm just talking about the 7 layers at this point. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to pull another flower card. Laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. So just be the light. Laugh. Have fun. They're saying to pull another Work Your Light card. And at the bottom of the deck of the Sea Melodies is rescue. So help others in need, or ask for assistance when you need it. So I think the rescue part is coming because it's a mermaid deck. But what I'm hearing is that, help others in need. And that's, sometimes that's our mission. It's really just that. And it's just seeding the light wherever we are, within our family dynamics, within our friendships, within our, what I jokingly call Muggle, because like, in other words, Harry Potter, non-magic, the Muggle world. If we all hide our light, if we all dim our light in the Muggle world, then how is that beneficial to anybody and ourselves. So dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So dance and laugh. That's one way to open up your heart. And have some fun. That will help shift and change your energy and walk through this new portal. Oh, wow, this card is just so beautiful. Just want to see what they're saying here. I'm just hearing like shedding who we think we were or who we are. And the angels, there's actually 2 angels up here in there, and I never noticed that, but there are angels watching over this change and transformation. Once you walk through this portal and through this door, when you walk through it, okay, there's going to be a transformation that's taking place where you're shedding a lot of the old part of you. And that's dancing with life, being comfortable with the cycles and the different situations, and realizing that, you know, there are different energies everywhere, and how to, you know, maintain our own energy while walking through the different energies is actually very healthy. And that's how you see the light. You know, that's how you lay a foundation and meet people that could be beneficial to moving you forward. Okay, remember yesterday was also about divine partnerships. Remember that was the 2 of Wands yesterday, and Kitty is agreeing, and these are reminding me of the 2 of Wands. So perseverance, taking your time, right? Stay the course, stay strong, stay steady. That doesn't mean be a fiery ball moving fast. It means strong and steady wins the race. And so there's this, you know, you'll meet partnerships when you dance with life and you go into situations you normally wouldn't have yourself go into. And that's laying foundations, having new experience, and learning to open your heart in the different ways. If you're moving too fast and you're plowing ahead, what they're showing me is that it can feel very creative, and it can feel very good, and it can feel great. But what I'm hearing is that you've lost your connection to the divine plan, because there's something else taking over. And for each person, it's up to you decide what is taking over. No matter what, it is ego. But what part of your ego? Okay, are you trying to control something? Is there some form of mental illness involved? And that is okay. That's not a judgment. You know, there's, is there something underneath you not believing in what you're doing, so you need to steamroll ahead? Are you self-sabotaging? Okay, so you can go into the records and talk about self-sabotage, getting in your own way. But asking these questions, and if for some reason you are being led towards that something is out of balance and you need a doctor, please reach out and call them, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. That is self-care. And if for some reason something gets ruled out, then you know that that's not what's going on, and you can keep moving forward. But perseverance, stay in the course, keeping your heart open. When you have multiple choices, which direction am I going to go? Feel if your heart opens up. But if you think you know and you go straight barrel-assing towards it, you could be losing some of the finer energies that are trying to come in and work with you and in this divine plan. They're warning that, if you're hearing what I'm saying and some of this is resonating, what I'm hearing is that don't allow yourself to fall into inaction because of being afraid to move forward and go too fast. It's about coming to balance and taking steps and learning perseverance and staying the course. Okay, for some, staying that course. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep showing up for your purpose. And that does not mean allowing yourself to roll down a hill uncontrollably like a snowball and keep gathering. It's like, no, I'm going to roll this snowball in the snow on flat ground, and I am going to keep allowing it to grow and grow and grow as I go. And I am going to allow it to blossom beautifully the way that it's meant to. And I'm going to grow along the way. So taking those small steps could be really like a soul lesson for many people watching this. I'm feeling like there are multiple people. This might not be for everybody's watching, and if this isn't your reading today, and remember I said there was a different energy. So if you've been resonating for the last 3 days, but this one doesn't, this one feels like it's part of that, but there's something here, and it's maybe a part of the collective but it feels like it's just saying that to be mindful of the balance that's wanting to come in between production and overproduction, burning yourself out or in fear and being paralyzed. That there's this beautiful perseverance that's wanting to come in, and that is staying the course strong and steady and allowing yourself to keep your vitality, keeping your sanity, and all of that, okay? Learning how to dance with life and go with the flow. So sometimes I feel like with this work, I feel like wide open and it's all going beautifully and these things are happening. But then all of a sudden I start to kind of close down a bit. And, I'm feeling like just like more of an inward energy. And I've learned that what happens is that another cycle of feeling more of that openness will come, and then more of that contraction will come. And that's completely natural. That is part of my unique cycle, my cycle with life. And it looks different for me than it will for most. And there's probably plenty of people who do it the same exact way as me. But, I don't want to get too much into how and why mine does it, because yours is going to look different. And learning that natural cycle and rhythm for your own life is really important. The full moon, right, pulls at the water, right? It pulls at the water energy, pulls at that. And look at the full moon here. And she is the full moon. So the high priestess is learning to step back and dance with life and get in the flow and see, be all seeing and all knowing, but not in a cocky way, but in a way that is wisdom led and transformation led. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a different energy to this one. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, please like and leave a comment. If you leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji, it helps the channel grow. I so appreciate it. And I love communicating with you guys on here. I'm not always able to respond, but I love reading, and it helps me see the energies that I'm reading for and stuff like that. So thank you so much for all your comments, your likes, your shares. I send you all my love. Okay.